Hello, I'm Ken Harrell, and I'm the managing partner of the Joy Law Firm. Over the last 2 decades, our societal approach to drinking and driving has drastically altered for the better. Years ago, drunk driving was considered to be a joking matter. Part of the problem was that many police officers were inclined to not view drunk driving as a criminal offense. I was born in 1963, and I grew up in a small town in southeastern Virginia. As a teenager, my friends and I thought nothing of driving after drinking to excess. Because it was a small town, all the police officers knew our parents and us, and I can remember times when a friend or I was pulled over for erratic driving and advised that we had 30 minutes to get off the streets and go home. I don't take pride in that. Like most people, my view of drinking and driving has altered drastically as I've grown older and had 3 kids of my own. Of course, the truth of the matter is that drunk driving was as much of a killer back then as it is now. Like most people I know, I had high school classmates who died in alcohol-related car crashes. Much of the credit for changing the way we look at drunk driving goes to groups like Mothers Against Drunk Driving. Started by family members who lost a loved one due to drunk driving, MADD has been successful in getting DUI-related laws strengthened nationwide and in getting law enforcement and the public to change the way they look at drunk driving. We've all seen the police ads advising us that buzz driving is drunk driving and that DUI crackdowns are in effect. These ads are not marketing fluff. I don't know of any police agency in South Carolina which does not aggressively target and prosecute drunk drivers. One of the scariest things about being a parent is the danger of teenage drinking and driving. Just as my friends and I did 30 years ago, every teenager, and especially teenage boys, thinks of himself or herself as being bulletproof. I've heard it said that the male brain does not mature until age 25, and I've rarely seen any evidence to the contrary. My boys turned 20 and 19 last week, and I'm counting the days until they turn 25, hopefully in one piece. At the Joy Law Firm, we give away 6 $2,000 scholarships to high school seniors across South Carolina each year, and we require each applicant to write an essay on how to curb teenage drinking and driving. Now, I have no delusions of these essays having a significant impact on South Carolina teens, but if we can make the 300 or so students who write one of these essays each year think about it just a little, that's all for the good. As a personal injury lawyer, I've seen firsthand how families can be devastated by a death or a catastrophic injury caused by a drunk driver. Our law firm has handled cases where 2 teenagers were killed by a truck driver who was still intoxicated from a night of partying the next morning as these kids drove to school. A case where a teenager lost her leg due to the drunkenness of a woman at 3:30 in the afternoon, and a case where a young woman sustained a life-altering brain injury due to an underage drunk driver. It goes without saying that if you or a family member sustains a severe injury in any car accident, that you need to hire an experienced law firm to help you. Many times when we speak with a potential client, we will advise them that we are of the opinion that they do not need legal assistance if they have sustained relatively minor injuries. One exception to this approach is when you have sustained relatively minor injuries due to the negligence or the recklessness of a drunk driver. If you've been hurt in any way and the at-fault driver was impaired, you should hire an experienced lawyer every time, wherever you hire the Joy Law Firm or someone else. Why do I feel that every person injured by a drunk driver should hire a lawyer? That's easy. Anyone hurt by a drunk driver is entitled to punitive damages in addition to their actual damages. What's the difference? Actual damages include such things as medical costs, lost wages, and pain and suffering. Punitive damages are meant to punish the at-fault driver due to his or her recklessness. Every drunk driver is reckless. One of the little secrets an insurance company will never share with an unrepresented person is how punitive damages exposure can significantly increase the value of a case when their insured was driving drunk. If you or someone you love has been hurt by a drunk driver in South Carolina, please call the Joy Law Firm at 888-324-3100 or complete the form on this website. Our law firm has nearly 45 years of experience of helping seriously injured people receive a full recovery. For more details, visit www.joylawfirm.com and click on Results. Be safe out there, but if you have the misfortune of being hurt by a drunk driver, just call Joy. Thank you.